Hi and welcome, everyone. You're watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast on accepting abundance. My name is Paul, and today's date is July 17th, 2018, and this is episode 95. TBC is an acronym for the Billion Coin. The Billion Coin is a cryptocurrency that was created 2 years ago. On March 21st, 2016, it came out. When it started, like all other coins, it was very cheap to purchase. What the creators of this coin did was they started out with about 100, 171 stakeholders, and they went from there. And during the next few months, they continued to take on what they called stakeholders and anyone else who wanted to come in and participate and purchase smaller amounts of their coin, the Billion Coin. And it grew from there. When they shut off the stakeholders part of it, then they did not sell any more coins after that. If people wanted to purchase coins, they needed to purchase them from someone else who already had them, one of the stakeholders. So what we call the creators is admin, and it's a team effort, but we call one of them Chris Kringle because he gives the gift of the coin out. And the reason why he does that is because we came out purposely not on a trading market. You will not find the Billion Coin on the coin market cap. I found it from doing research on Bitcoin on YouTube right here. And I found a video and I said, I've never seen anything called the Billion Coin before. So I watched it. And the rest is history. Okay. And the reason why is because the creators of this coin, looked around and saw what has happened with all the coins going on to the coin market and being traded and exchanged. They saw the manipulation that was happening with Bitcoin, with the very wealthy coming in and buying all the coins they wanted, which is what they create their markets for. And they buy up the coins and it raises the price, which was good for Bitcoin. And it made them the #1 most popular coin because they were the first. It came back out. They got started, or Bitcoin was created in 2009. So it's been 9 years. Okay, so they are the #1 traded coin on the coin market cap. The thing is, just like the stock market or any commodities market, when you have your whatever it is you have, your money, in something that's on a market, the wealthy, the already wealthy, okay, the establishment, the elite, the central banking system, whatever you want to call them, can buy up all they want and raise that price up and bring in the masses because the masses want to jump in when they see that price going up and they want to make a little bit of a profit on their investment. Okay, so they purchase, they watch the stock go up. They can become wealthy if they know what they're doing and they get in at the right time. They've got good information when it comes to the stock market. They can even do it with a cryptocurrency. Okay, but the masses is more like they're gamblers and they're just taking a chance, risking that. Okay, I'm going to put some money in. I'm going to buy this amount, and then when it gets up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, maybe I'll be lucky enough and I can double my money. Then I'll sell before it goes down. Well, that's the risk that you take. Just like when you go to a casino and you bet, it's a risk that you take. Obviously, the house always wins. Okay, that's why the casinos are in business. That's why the markets are in business. They created those markets so that when you all or we all put our money in their markets, when they are driving the price up, they can turn around when they want and sell what they have and drop the price, and people lose. Okay, long story short, they lose. And what happens is when the price goes down far enough, they'll start to rebuy their own coins, in this case, and get those back, and then they'll start buying yours that you lost. And they do this, well, the stock market, it's called a boom and a crash, right? And with it's just a pump and dump system. Okay, they pump up the price and then they dump, and then they pick up your coins, pick up your stocks, pick up your commodities, and over a period of time, and I've always said this, they're very, very patient. They will collect your wealth, the wealth of the world, basically. That's just one of the ways that they do it. So our creators said, okay, we don't want to do that because we want to bring out a coin that can actually change the world. It can actually not only be an option, which all those coins are, by the way, all cryptocurrencies on a blockchain are real money. And you can use them as an option to protect your wealth that you may have in a market-based system like the stock market. Okay, same as gold would be an option. Silver would be an option. Platinum would be an option. Okay, so, but those coins are not a solution to eliminate the horrors of poverty that we see worldwide, that the central banking system has created over hundreds and hundreds of years. And they wanted to eliminate the poverty of the world. And so they said, we need to keep our coin off the market, and we need to have a small amount of control over who can come in and buy, so that the already wealthy cannot do what they're doing with those coins on the market and just buy them up. Okay? So that's what they did. Okay? And how they did that was they created an algorithm, which is like a formula that bases the value of our coin on people, you and I. And they came up with an agreement that everybody has to agree to. It's an agreement amongst a community of people, human beings, that the price of this particular coin, the billion coin, and the divisions of those coins, which are called Kringle coins, will always go up in value and never, ever go down until it reaches its maximum or ultimate price based on that formula, based on that algorithm. The algorithm bases the value of the coin on people. So the way it's set up is every person, man, woman, or child, who joins our private community and agrees to join. We're not forcing anyone, okay? You have to go through our mission statement and see what we're all about. You've got access, before you agree to anything, to everything we could possibly give you. There's nothing that is not available for you to see after you're a member that you can't see before you're a member. Okay, so we are completely transparent in that sense. We want you to know 100% of what you're getting into when joining our community. So we want you to be like-minded. Okay, and I'll just let you know, you need to be unselfish and not greedy. Okay, if you want to get rid of world poverty, then you have to want to get rid of world poverty. You have to be okay with people all being wealthy, everyone, with no lack, no scarcity, just abundance. You have to be okay with that. So the value is every time a human being joins our community, it raises the value of our coin by 1 grain of gold. The price, okay, is based on the value of 1 grain of gold at the current price of gold, which is about $2.60 for a grain of gold. That's the smallest measurement of gold that there is. Okay, so each person is worth 1 grain of gold. So that raises the price up by about $2.60 per coin per person per day. So if 100 people join tomorrow, it raises the price of the coin by $260. Coin goes up $260. Okay, if 10,000 join tomorrow, it would raise the price up by $26,000. The coin will go up 26,000. It'll be more expensive. $26,000 more will cost you tomorrow than it costed you today. Okay, and that's currently the system. We have thousands of people joining every day. We've been doing this for 2 years. We have a 5-year plan, and we're right on schedule. We've just built a brand new, very, very high-tech, very, very fast in the sense of the ability to do transactions per second. Blockchain platform 2.0, you can call it. We're migrating all of our members, which is currently over 3 million after 2 years, over to the new blockchain platform. We'll be done with that by July 31st. Okay. And this is significant because those transaction speeds are now equal with what Visa and MasterCard can do all over the world at the same time. And they're not even on a blockchain. It's just electricity and servers, right? Okay. So that's technology for you, right? Blockchain technology, when Satoshi Nakamoto, who came out with it, invented it, and came out with the Bitcoin back in 2009, used what he had at the moment. Okay, and obviously, or maybe you don't know, but technology teams seems to double, tends to double, maybe is the better word, every 18 months. So that's why we got new iPhones coming out, right? All the time. Technology gets better. Okay, we've seen it our whole lives. Okay, so like televisions, like radios, just name things. You'll see that all they've done is they haven't gone away, they've just gotten better. Okay, some things went away because new technologies made it better and easier. Like we saw the videos, the taped videos. What do they call them? Well, we saw cassettes disappear when CDs came out. We saw the beta tape things disappear when VHS came out. Sony almost blew it with that. And then those disappeared when DVDs came out. Okay, so sometimes some things disappear, but they're just minor things, and then there's an improvement, okay? Blockchain technology is like the internet. The internet's not going to go away, it just gets better. It changes in the sense of, oh, there's not going to be an internet, there's going to be something else, okay? That's what blockchain technology is. It's only going to get better. It's not going to go away, okay? It's an incredible technology that is going to change the world, just like the internet has. And so the price of our coin is based on this algorithm. Okay. So obviously, if we have over 3 million people, members, the price of the coin at $2.60 is basically over, well, it's over $6 million, $7 million or euros In dollars, it would probably be worth close to 8 million, over 8 million. I haven't figured the numbers out exactly, but that's per coin. And when you're looking at Bitcoin, which is the most expensive coin on the coin market cap, it's around what, 6,300, 6,500 a coin. It's nowhere near $8 million a coin. So yes, we do have the most expensive coin. So the next thing you're going to wonder is, oh, well, how am I going to get my hands on enough coin to become wealthy or abundant? And so the admin is already prepared for that, and that's why he gives the coin out. Because it's based on you and I having it in our hands, he has to get it into our hands. Okay, so he gives it away. And the way he does that is we have what they call a cookie promotion, a cookie reward promotion, where you could come in, you could buy a certain amount from somebody in Kringles, and he'll reward you with cookie reward points. And those can be redeemed into actual Kringles during a redemption month, which we have every 5 months. And then you can spend those coins, right? Now, he has ways where if all you do is just invite your family and your friends to join, and they join our community, they want to be a part of this, he'll reward you with cookie points that, again, you can redeem for real Kringles or a full coin. And all you need is one coin, obviously. Well, no, it's not obvious. I haven't mentioned this yet, but the other part of our algorithm and why we call it the billion coin is because we're only making 1 billion coins, never any more, just 1 billion. Okay. And when we hit our first billion members, the algorithm maxes out that price and it stops. It never gets higher in price. Okay. So anybody that joins after our first billion does not any longer affect the price of our coin. And of course, our coin will never go down in value at that point. And we would have achieved our mission of eliminating poverty, financial poverty worldwide. And at that point, we do have control over our wallet system. This is how we control and keep the distribution of our wealth out as fairly evenly as possible among our first billion members. The very wealthy cannot come in and buy what they want. They can't. It would destroy our coin because then it would be just like if we threw it on the market, like all the other coins, the owners of those coins do. Okay? Because they're making money when they do that. Ours system is not based on making fiat currency off an opportunity to create a coin on a blockchain platform. No. Our admin are self-funded. They've never asked us for a dime until now. And there's a reason they're asking for that. And that price is $10 that they're charging for a back office, which is your own website, where you will have everything you need to operate and distribute the admin's gift out. Okay. That gift of Kringles right now is worth $2,100. And between now and the 21st, 4 more days, it's actually 5 times that amount. So it's around $10,000 that we're giving away free. Okay. To anybody in the world. Day old baby, the oldest person in the world. Okay. And then it will go back to $2,100. Okay. We're giving that away free. Okay. But there is a $10 charge that you will get your back office so that you can help us distribute that gift out for free to all your family members and all your friends to build our community so that we can accomplish our mission and be using Kringles, all of us in the entire world, as money is supposed to be used. and is used. But we want Kringles to be the one that does it. Because what other monetary system is there that is a worldwide money system that is going to put the abundance of that money into the people's hands? It's not going to, you're not going to see it, because the central banking system basically owns that entire system. But the countries are turning against that central banking system because of technology. Okay, Russia has put their ruble back on gold and kicked out the central banking system. So the central bankers demonize Russia. China, same thing. They're putting their yuan back on gold. They are the #1 consumers of oil in the world. So if they can buy their oil with their yuan rather than with the petrodollar, the US dollar, the Federal Reserve note, then they no longer need the central bankers' money. They can tell them to go jump off a cliff. The entire country of China can tell them that. Russia has already done it. Okay, so you see countries doing it. Venezuela is another example I mention all the time. Okay. So the problem of poverty can be solved with a solution like the billion coin cryptocurrency. Plain and simple. We've been out for 2 years as far as we know, and I do know there is no other abundance-based coin, meaning a coin that always goes up in value every day and never goes down, and will continue to go up until it reaches its ultimate price, which is with a billion people worth a billion grains of gold at $2.60 of today's price. Say we hit that in 2 to 3 years, our first billion people, which we will. Then the coin maxes out. It would max out at what? $2.6 billion per coin. So if you had one coin, just one of those billion coins, you would be a multi-billionaire. So you have that to look forward to as leverage for wealth. You can get multiple coins if you want. We will show you how. It's very simple. We've got to get those coins in your hands or we go nowhere. We just sit here and talk and nothing happens. Okay? So we are in our distribution phase and have been that way for 2 years. Getting the coin out into the people's hands all over the world. I believe we're in 200 countries. I'm not positive about that, but we're in most countries of the world. You'll find at least one person. Even North Korea has, I think, 9 people that have Kringle coins. It's probably Kim and his immediate family. Kim Jong-un. Okay. Anyway, this is something that we can do as individuals that has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do with the central banking system or the banks or their money, which is not really money, it's just currency. They took us off the gold in 1971 here in America. It's just fiat currency, worthless and completely debt-ridden. That's all it does is create debt. The people of America, just America, are $77 trillion in debt to these bankers, to these private bankers, the private bank of the Federal Reserve. And that's a private bank. It has nothing to do with the government. They took control by buying our politicians, and therefore they took control of our government for the last time in 1913 with their man, Woodrow Wilson. And we have not been able to get rid of that structure in 105 years until now. Now we're going to get rid of it. So yes, there's going to be some pain because we're going to have to crash that economy because it's not ours. The economy that we live here in America, that's not our economy. That is their economy. And you see what they're doing in countries all over the world. They go in, they buy the politicians, they take over the government, and they strip the country of its resources and give it to themselves, and they leave the people of that country in pure, horrific poverty. Those countries are still developing. Why in 2018 are we having countries that are still developing? They wake up every day and they've got a cell phone. They can see the world. They know what America looks like. They know what Australia looks like. They know what Canada looks like. They know what New Zealand looks like. They know what Britain looks like. And they're going, what is wrong? And they just look around. That's all they got to do, to look around. My house, my hut, my tent, I don't even have a bathroom. I don't even have running water into my house. Why is that? Why do we have problems all over the world? Why was it that these sanctions were put on the people of Venezuela so they couldn't sell their oil because the government didn't want to do what the central bankers wanted them to do and told them to go jump off a cliff? And the bankers said, well, you're using our dollar, right? So we're going to put sanctions on your oil so your people are going to starve to death. How you like that? And that's exactly what they did. Okay, so the countries of the world have finally had enough. And they have always had enough, except that they couldn't do anything about it until blockchain technology came along in 2009 and has developed into what it is today. Now, the central banking system are freaking out. They don't want anybody using cryptocurrency because it's not their money. It puts the power of money back in our hands, the people's hands. Okay, so they're either going to make their own and control it, or they're just going to make open source digital coins like Ripple, same thing, or they're just going to do whatever they can to crash the system, which has to crash no matter what. Whether it looks like Trump and the Patriots are crashing it, or it's going to crash on its own by them, it has to crash. But who's going to be able to point the finger at the other? Well, it's Trump's fault. All his tariffs and all this, blah, it just destroyed the economy. That's what the central bankers want to be able to do. Meanwhile, that's not what's going to happen. Reality is that Trump is going to audit the Federal Reserve for the first time in its history and show the world what it's been doing all these decades. And that's the end of them. Okay, but they're not going down without a fight. Okay, because they're used to controlling the world. They do not want to let go. Okay, they can't even believe they lost control in North Korea. They can't even believe it. They're losing control in Syria. They're going crazy. You know, they're losing control in Iran. Trump is making all these deals with the leaders of the world to bring peace and freedom back to these people in these countries and get rid of the central bankers and what they call the deep state, which is just the rotten 30% of the intelligence agencies of the world. Peter, are you going to the movies tonight? I beg your pardon? Yeah, I did, but I didn't hear what you said about the movies. No or yes? Okay, great. All right. So that's what's happening and is going to happen. And we are looking as a private community for 1 billion like-minded people to join us in eliminating poverty just with our coin. Because when you eliminate poverty, you eliminate so many other things. So many other things, all the symptoms that poverty brings, I guess you can call it. You know, the disease, the enslavement, oh my gosh. Imagine a world without that. For the first time in our history of mankind, we can imagine, and it can actually happen, and it will happen. And we just need to get the word out because we're not on a trading market that everybody looks at to find cryptocurrencies to grab a hold of as an option for themselves because it can see where things are going financially. And either they're doing that or they can buy gold and silver, but it's a little bit more difficult to handle that stuff. Okay, you've either got to have it somewhere else where you may not be able to get to it when you need it. Somebody can find out you've got it at home and they can rob you and kill you. They'll kill you for your tennis shoes, right? They'll kill you for anything. That's another thing that a lack of poverty will eliminate is crime that's motivated by lack. People that need money will no longer need to commit crimes because they won't need money. They will have it. And if they're addicted or if they're mentally ill or if they've got problems, we take care of them. The world will be completely different. Just try to start thinking like that because it's always been that way, but they have kept it away from us. They have lied and kept the wealth and the abundance all to themselves. Okay, so we just want to bring it back. And now we have a way to do it without asking anybody for permission. Okay, we have a way without having to, go ask some politicians, can you do this for us? Or go ask the bankers, can you help us? That's crazy. Okay, we are a group of private individual human beings that want to take our lives back. We want a currency that we can use amongst the entire world to do anything we want to do, to create the world we want. It's here, and it's called the billion coin. Okay, so let me go over real fast because I've got to make this short tonight. Found out my wife wants to go to the movies tonight. Okay. All right, let me go check and see if anybody's got any questions. Hi, Diana. Hi, Andaria. Hi, TBC Doc Joe Stevens. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Hi, TBC Doc Joe Stevens. Diana, I hope you're cool. And all is going to be well. Got my prayers. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a day. This is probably one of my shortest broadcasts, but I am scheduled already for tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, hump day. Okay, so I'm scheduled for tomorrow, same place, same time, same channel, 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. And we'll talk some more. Okay, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and please continue to spread the word. And for those of you who might be new and watching this, please go down to the description at the bottom of this video, and you will find a ton of information, everything you could possibly want. You can click on those links. You can actually register for free and take a look at our mission statement. You will basically have to take a look at our mission statement in order to agree with it before you will even want to spend $10 on the back office and the wallet. Did I mention the wallet is basically a part of that $10? You get that free, and that means that there's no transaction fees. The wallet is lifetime wallet with no transaction fees. See if you can find that out there on any other coin that's on a market. Okay, you won't. Okay, and by the way, when we do hit our first billion people, that wallet will be decentralized because there will be no point in controlling it after we hit our first billion. We've accomplished our goal. Okay, at that point, the people can do whatever they want. They can give the coins out. They can do whatever they want. It will never affect the price. Okay, and some very, very, very smart people behind this coin. It's as smart as they get. They're as smart as they get. Okay, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Smart as they get. They're as smart as they get.